Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Shri and welcome back. It's been a long time since I've been on here. But now I have much more time to film and edit, and I really want to get back to that. It's been so hard. I've just been like read, and then I film and then I edit and then I don't post because it's like not done. So I need to do that. But today I went to my local library because I'm home for a little bit, and that library just got remodeled, and so I wanted to go and check it out, and it is beautiful. It's beautiful, but I also went a little overboard on library books. I have a whole bag and a whole stack. So let's look at them because I got some, what I think are gonna be some awesome freaking books, or just at least like books that I've been like really excited to read or have been like really wanting to read. Okay, we'll go through the first stack first. So I got Small Game by Blair Braverman because I actually started reading this on my Kindle and then I had to return it, and I just never like rechecked it out, and I saw it and they had it and I was like, let me just get it so I can finish it. I also got I Have Some Questions for You by Rebecca Makkai. She wrote The Great Believers, which I brought The Great Believers with me, so maybe I'll read both her books like right after each other. But I have been really wanting to read this. I wanted to buy it, but I am so not broke, but definitely need to like reel in the book buying. And so I saw it at the library in the new arrivals, and I thought, okay, here's your chance to make a decision and just rent it. And if you love it, then you can buy it. But until then, you know, give it a chance first. What if you don't like it? So I ended up getting it from the library. I also got The Lies of Locke Lamora. I've been wanting to read this for a really long time. It's a fantasy, and it's a heist fantasy. And after reading Mistborn, I'm realizing I really love heist fantasies. I mean, Six of Crows is also a heist fantasy, and I really love that book. So I got this one, and this is also heist. So I'm excited to read this. It's the hardcover version that I got. So there's that. And then I really wanted this. I saw this and I screamed. Well, I didn't scream because I'm in the library, but I got Foul Lady Fortune. It's by Chloe Gong. It just sounds so interesting, and I don't read a lot of YA anymore, but this just sounds so interesting. I didn't read these Violet Delights. I need to, but I did get Foul Lady Fortune. This is another one that I wanted to buy, but I saw it and I was just like, I don't know when I'm gonna get to a bookstore, so I'm just gonna get it from the library. I also got Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I've read everything else by Andy Weir. I've read The Martian and I've read Artemis. I didn't love Artemis, but I really liked The Martian. And everyone says that Project Hail Mary is just so good. So I just decided to get that. I had an arc of it and I don't know if I still have it, but I know I didn't read it. So now it's my time to just read it like this. Then I got Stephen King's Fairy Tale. I really have been wanting to read this. Stephen King is going back to his fantasy era, I guess, and I've heard actually really good things about this book. So I thought, why not get it? Again, another one that I would want to buy, but I'm just going to utilize the library. And I usually buy almost every Stephen King book just because I liked his writing. But this one, I just decided to do the library, and we'll see if I like it. Again, my whole thing is that if I really like these books and I feel like I have a lot to annotate, then maybe I will just buy them and I'll annotate like I did for the Love Con. I read the Love Con from the library. I love it so much. I tabbed everything, and then I ended up buying my own copy so I could have my own tabbed copy. And I think that's what it is for me. I love annotating so much that when I buy these books, I'm like, I want to annotate them. And so obviously you can't do that with library books like this one. I know I want to annotate this, but getting from the library is going to save me $28, almost $30. And again, if I like it, I'll buy it and annotate it. Let's bust out these. Second stack that was in the bag is, oh, this big. And I literally walked through the whole library. At first, obviously, I looked at the new arrivals, and then I just walked up and down fiction to see if anything stood out for me. And I found some things that I have been really wanting to read, just haven't bought them, but I've been wanting to read it or heard really good things about them. So I got Ruth Ozecki's A Tale for Time Being. I've heard such great things about this book, and I have my Year of Meats, but I haven't read it yet. And I feel like maybe this is a better one for me to start out with. I don't know if it matters, but I have only heard really good things about this. So I'm excited to read that one. And I got 2 romance books. I think that's it. Yeah, I got Weather Girl and The Reunion. I've heard mixed things about The Reunion, but I've heard really good things about Weather Girl. This one is, I want to say, childhood friends to lovers, and it takes place like on a set of like a TV show, and I think that could be interesting. So we'll see what happens with that. And then I got Weather Girl, and just reading the blurb, like this one sounded cute, so I got that. Okay, I saw this book in the bookstore a while ago. It's called Someone Had to Do It, and it is by Amber and Danielle Brown. It's by 2 authors. I want to say, yes, they are sisters. Are they? Well, they have the same last name. So yes, it's a thriller written by 2 Black authors. Someone Had to Do It, and it says a dark and riveting page turner with an intelligent twist. This looks great. I heard about this book a long time ago, and I saw it at the bookstore the other day, but I wasn't really buying books then. And I started at the library, and I thought, now's my time. Then I saw this one as I was leaving, called Among Wolves, and it's new, and it's about this, I guess, this woman who, I guess, like, her husband, there's been a string of murders, and I guess, like, all these women, they're all women, and they all have one thing in common, that they are this woman's husband's lovers. And so it says perfect for fans of Megan Miranda, Taryn Fisher, and Shri Lapina. I've only read Shri Lapina, and I've only liked like one of her books, so we'll see. But it also says what really drew me is an erotic thriller that turns on a very thin dime. An erotic thriller. That's what really got me. And I like the cover. I've seen that. This is on my Goodreads list, and I really like the cover. But anyway, it sounds good to me. Bad Creek. I have been wanting this one for so long. I saw it at the bookstore the other day. It's a horror, and it's by an Indigenous woman, and I'm so excited to read this. I might have to pick this up like very soon. This one and a couple from the other stack, I'm really excited to read, and I think I'm gonna pick them up very soon. It's a horror, Indigenous writer. I'm so excited. When I saw this, I was like, yes. And I got Night Shift by Alex Sweeney. I don't think I've ever read anything by Alex Sweeney. Have I? I don't remember, but honestly, this takes place in the 90s, and I'm realizing that I really like books. Well, it takes place in the 90s and then like years later, but I really like books that take place in the 90s. I'm reading, what am I reading right? Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, and that book takes place in the 90s, and I just really like the time period of that time. I grew up in the 90s, so to read a book that has a lot of good references in the 90s for things that I remember, I don't know, for some reason it makes me really happy. So this book, I had wanted to read this because it said it takes place at something gruesome happens at a blockbuster in 1999. And oh, it's because there's a movie I just watched called Of an Age, and the first part takes place in the 90s. And they make all these amazing 90s references, and I am in love with that film, and it just solidified my love for things in the 90s. My favorite kind of music is 90s R&B, late 90s, early 2000s R&B, and so it's just like that time for me is like a superior time. And so to read books or watch movies set in that time period feels almost like home. So I'm excited to read this. I hope it doesn't suck. I got this because I also like time travel novels. This Time Tomorrow, it was also on a bunch of lists this year of like favorite books this year, best books this year. And so I've never read anything by Emma Straub. I've never read anything by her, but I'm interested and I like time travel. I was looking on a list of books that will make you cry, and someone said this one, Migrations. I saw this a long time at the bookstore when I used to work there, and I had been wanting to pick it up ever since, and I haven't, but I saw it at the library, and so now she's mine to read. I also got another thriller, What Lies in the Woods. I think I had this one on hold at my library back home, but either it was taking too long or I got it and I didn't get to read it. So I found it here, and we're gonna give it a try. Again, thrillers, hit and misses for me. There's only been a couple thrillers in my life where I've just been like, this is it. And normally they don't hit for me. So we'll give this one a try. The last book I got was A Visit from the Goon Squad. Candy House the book by the same author, the follow-up to A Visit from the Goon Squad, was on every single list this year. Every single list of best books of 2022. And I heard that you don't have to read this book to understand Candy House, but because I'm a completist, I had to read this book first, and I kept saying, Sheree, just read the book, read the book, read the book. So I got it from the library. I need to move it up on my list. Those are all the books I got. I have a ton, 17 to be exact. And I have my work cut out for me, but I am on vacation and I have nothing but time. I also bought some books from home, but I obviously had to go to the library. I'm just crazy. I have books here that live here because I used to live here. And then I bought books from home because I couldn't leave home without bringing 10 books, of course. And then I went to the library and got 17 books. So there may be a problem in there, but like I said, I have nothing but time to read. And that's how I'm gonna fill my time, reading and being happy and relaxing. So until next time, hopefully I'll make a vlog soon. Maybe I'll do a vlog on some of these books. But yeah, that was my library haul. And if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Follow my Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and I'll see you next time.